There is a saying that peace comes from being able to contribute the best that we have and all that we are toward creating a world that supports everyone. But it is also securing the space for others to contribute the best that they have and all that they are. It is a transformation. Transformation for peace. Act, Change, Transform Organization, ACT, with support from the Royal Danish Embassy, has been implementing the Peace, Security and Stability Program in several counties since 2016.
Peace, security and stability is an integral part of our programs at ACT. So the PSS program plugs into this program and strengthens our agenda as a program in implementing activities out in the field with the communities in a way that addresses different forms of conflict that impact citizens in one way or another, and also complement some of our work, because it is only when it is peaceful out there that we can be able to achieve our programmatic goals.
To many people, Mathare Valley, an informal settlement in Nairobi, just like many informal settlements, is known for many things but synonymous with violent crime. And if not election-related violence, then other forms of conflicts. But one Alphonse Were, a champion of Usalama Kijijini under the Mathare for Peace initiative, has literally taken the words of Eleanor Roosevelt into action that it isn't enough to talk about peace. One must believe in it. And it isn't enough to believe in it. One must work at it even in awkward circumstances of COVID-19.
Hii maneno ya peace imetusaidia sana. Cause kuna wakati corona ilianza, life ilikuwa so hard. Kuna landlords walikuwa wanakufukuza bila kuelewa unaenda wapi ama utahamia wapi, kazi pia zilituishia. But through this dialogue yenye ilikuwa hapa na MPI ilitusaidia sana. Juu walituitia landlords karibu wote na wakawaelezea na tukaongea na tukaelewana. So kuna ile kiwango ya amount landlords tulikuja tukakubaliana na wakakuwa wana reduce kwa ile rent yetu ya kawaida.
From March up to mwezi wa 7 to reach about 17,000 people wenye tuliwafikia directly, not indirectly, directly, wale wenye tulikuwa tuna engage nao kila siku baada ya siku.
With the support from the Royal Danish Embassy, ACT has been able to support Mathare for Peace, a community-based organization, to be able to conduct weekly dialogue and forums around root causes of conflict and their negative impact on the community, how to manage and prevent conflict, and empowering the residents with the opportunity to come together as they identify challenges in their community and work to achieve urban slum transformation. From the onset, it became necessary and important for the PSS program to design and build the capacity of local-level civil society organizations to be able to address emerging conflict and improve collaboration between CSOs and government agencies.
And most members of the Nyumba Kumi group,
kama shirika mwanzo tuliweza kufanywa ile inaitwa Organization Capacity Assessment, yani OCA, the first capacity to be assessed by ACT, na tulikuwa pamoja kama wafanyikazi, kama staffs na board pamoja. Then tuangalia zile changamoto ambazo tuko nazo kama shirika, weaknesses zetu na strengths, tukafanywa ile inaitwa SWOT analysis.
Peace, Security and Stability Program not only addresses conflict and violent extremism, but also increases women's leadership role in peace and security activities. PSS has been able to increase the use of local information by relevant national and county government agents in developing and implementing peace and security policies, action plans, and strategies.
KEFRA and ACT came on board to train the Committee of Justice, Law, Constitutional Affairs, Good Governance, and Security to see if we can also come up with a peace bill for Kisumu County. As we know, prevention is better than cure. If we have peace, then we don't have the conflicts. Then the courts don't have to punish the offenders.
In Kilifi County at the Kenyan coast, it is no different. The development of policy frameworks to guide approaches to managing peace and security within the county integrated development plans is exciting.
We were able to collect some of the views of the community, what they felt that conflict which have been happening here, the way they were supposed to be resolved. We came up with a draft policy which was addressing some of the issues which have been happening in this county. And after coming up with the draft policy, through lobbying again with the governor and also the members of the county, member of the county executive, they were able to pass it at the cabinet level.
We couldn't even attract funding for what we wanted to do. Everything was all over. We needed to be coordinated as people who are doing programming on matters peace and security. So basically this policy will set a pace. It will be the blueprint for peace and security programs.
Such efforts in peace, security and stability program are going a long way in supporting the people of Kenya in implementing our Vision 2030, meant to create a globally competitive and prosperous country with a high quality of life.
We all know that peace and security is very key for governance, for stability of countries, and Kenya being a good partner to Denmark, they feel that there's a need to support peace and stability. It's also a way of ensuring that there is stability in the region.
Kenya, the 9th largest economy in Africa and recently classified as one of the most progressive middle-income countries in the world, is banking on county peace committees that have proven to be effective structures for sustaining peace in both pastoralist and non-pastoralist areas in Kenya.
Hakuna nafasi ya mapigano. Kulikuja mpaka tukapitisha elections vile walivyokuwa serikali kuu inatarajia kwamba kutakuwa na mapigano, hakukuwa na mapigano.
We have issues of radicalization, extremism, those kind of conflicts. They are there on a daily basis, and we normally mitigate them through our security meetings. We engage the community through various sectors. The community themselves, we have CSOs, civil society organizations. We also have NGOs and government organizations which also are focused in trying to see how they bring peace to the community, of course through our structures.
Peace does not mean an absence of conflicts. Differences will always be there. Peace means solving these differences through peaceful means, through dialogue, education, knowledge, and through humane ways.
When we talk about peace building and conflict management, we want to take the whole society approach, where we embed all the aspects that enhances human life in the community. Because without food, somebody will obviously have something to ask about in their communities. Without access to education, without access to quality healthcare, there will always be complaints. And that's why we are working with the county governments to ensure that all these aspects are embedded and are enshrined when they are developing their county integrated development plans.
For what I've been talking about on supporting the social change activists and supporting the young human rights defenders in the community, we already have an existing network of young people who have already been going through this program. So let's say if we have supported one particular youth group, for example, Alpha and Omega CBO, they're already a membership of about 50 to 60 youth, and in the program we were only able to target 2 of them. So already the knowledge that they have, they're able to share that with the larger network of youth who are also in their group, and also through the networks that we were able to introduce them to, because we had sessions where we had members, for example, from the Kenya National Commission of Human Rights. We had representatives from offices like the ODPP offices, gender technical committees. So these are some of the networks that they've been able to build in the program.
Katiba ni msumeno, ukata mbele na nyuma. Ile katiba ina meno, tena makali ya umma.
Nyinyi mkisikia tu gender based violence unadhani ni nani? Wanawake. You see, most people or the society think that SGBV or gender based violence ni kitu ya wanawake peke yake, and that is not true. So through this I have learned a lot that I can also give and also equip my fellow young ladies and also men. When I get a chance to, I talk to them, because most of them, as I usually say, think that SGBV or sexual and reproductive health rights, it's a girl issue or a women issue, of which when you sit and really reflect, it's a societal issue.
ACT, Peace, Security and Stability Program, premises itself on initiatives that encourage public-private contribution to crime prevention while encouraging peaceful coexistence.
Talent ni kazi hususan sana tunajishughulisha na mambo ya nurture talent na pia vile kuhakikisha kwamba vijana wanatoka katika mazingira yasokuwa ama mazingira yasokuwa pendezi. Na tunashukuru Mungu Afrika alitupokea kwa mkono mmoja kwa sababu waliona tukikaa idol sisi kama vijana huenda tukawa na fikra potofu, tukawa wahuni, tukasumbua jamii yetu.
We mobilize vulnerable young people. We wanted to at least know if they can be interested to make a change. So they agreed. We empower them through human rights camps and entrepreneurship trainings. And through this project, most of them now they have started small businesses. Some of them we have supported them through a small business startup kitty which the project offered.
Through skills transfer and business mentorship, ACT Change Transform organization, in collaboration with stakeholders, has been able to amplify the untapped possibilities and potentials in the youthful population and create job opportunities and businesses through friendly credit facilities and access to ICT networks.
Person who comes up with a business idea and gathers the resources to actualize the idea. Are we together? Any opportunity that you get to acquire new knowledge, to do things, especially out there in the marketplace, go for it.
Sasa nataka kusema nimebadilika kupitia kwa mkono ya pamoja for transformation, and I'm now reforming other boys who are being used kwa njia mbaya. Kwa sasa hizi mimi nafanya kazi ya kupiga warangi na niko na mavijana karibu 15 wenye nisha reform. Watatu wanafanya kazi hapa, kuna wengine 12 wanafanya kazi kwa shamba.
We want them to create employment opportunities. We want these young people to get linked to business opportunities, and we want them to also access entrepreneurship and other services which only business can be able to provide. And so the partnership with private sector is very deliberate.
Our engagement with ACT has been to promote and complement each other in the same agenda of youth empowerment. We have been able to conduct joint activities in Kilifi and Mombasa counties, where we have been able to empower and train over 200 youths, whom have been able to form, at least out of the trainings we have had, 10 youth groups formed, who have been economically empowered by Youth Fund through loans of up to 3.2 million to establish enterprises and to create employment for themselves and others.
Hiyo mafunzo haikuwa tu mambo na business pekee yake, yalikuwa mafunzo ambayo yalisaidia wengine pia, ambao wakaona hii miadarati mguka haizi saidia, wakaona acha pia mimi. Kuna wengi ambao wanaume ambao leo hawako hapa, wengi wako kwa biashara zao. Tutasaidika juu saving tutashare, ambayo pia vile wale watu kila mtu akona biashara yake ataongezea pia kwa hiyo pesa yake, kwa hiyo pesa yake. Then tuna hope kila mwaka tukue tunashare ile faida tunashare.
Niko na watu ambao mwanzoni walikuwa watu ambao walikuwa wanaenda kuiba ng'ombe kwa Turkana. Tangu mwaka uliopita huu mradi ulikuja hapa. Baada ya kuja tukagundua ya kwamba kumbe pesa inaweza toka mahali popote so long as mradi umekuja kijiji. Tangu wakati huo hakuna mwenye aliwahi teremka tena kwenda kuiba ng'ombe wa wale majirani wetu. Ndiposa tumeendelea na hii project. Sai tuko na misinga 120 na watu wenye wako hapa ni 30. Kila mmoja ako na misinga 4. na wakiuza asali huwa kila mmoja anapokea pesa kulingana na asali yenye ametoa, yenye mzinga wake umetoa. Maana kila mzinga inatoa pesa shilingi 4,000 ikiuzwa.
We've been able to change the narrative such that the youths have no longer been looked at or deemed as the sources of insecurity and violence within this area. Because we've been able to understand them more, we've also been able to make them understand us more as a government, because alone we cannot survive. We have to understand them, they have to understand us. Then we have to find our middle ground, see how we can gel. Once we've gotten our levels, then it has been good to go.
We have created a basis and some change is seen. Actually, a lot of change is seen. However, we are not yet there. And so we look forward that we can continue broadening our partnership.
So human rights with regard to both youth, women, and security in terms of elections, security in terms of the livelihoods is some of the things that we've tried to do in the various policy presentations that we've requested the counties of Kilifi, the counties of Kisumu to do. And we were hoping that, this could be actually cascaded across the various countries in Kenya. Even though the particular program we're working on was only working at 2 counties, we really hope that in the next couple of years, in the next couple of months, we're able to then cascade the learnings in Kilifi, the learnings in Kisumu with regard to peace and security and human rights.
We have been supporting county governments in terms of developing their county action plans. We supported Kwale, which was one of the first ones to develop that, and we've supported in our own ways in terms of implementing those action plans.